flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So around town radio show, that's where I go for the latest band info. So around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
Hey, everybody, good afternoon and welcome to the Weekend Update. We'll be right back with you here in just a moment to tell you what we did over this long holiday weekend and let you have a chance to drop it in the comments as well, all right?
It's the Weekend Review. Top 5 are coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're coming, who's playing out? Off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell. With heart, you know, plan to do it well.
All right. Thank you, Sweet Sister Mercy, for the theme song. Yes. How y'all doing today? Everybody doing all right out there? Hopefully you had a long weekend, I'm sure. Let's see who's checking in here on the old tote board today. Ken Stapleton in the house. Got a chance to see him play Sunday. What a great time that was. Always. Steve Stein joining me. How you doing, Steve? Hi, Dave. Thanks for being here. Rachel, great to see you over the weekend as well. Jimmy Kilroy, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Well, welcome on a Monday, guys. This is the wonderful Weekend Update, as we call it here on Backstage Hall Pass from All Around Town Radio Show. What's going on there, Stephanie? Yeah, it's been since yesterday I saw you. How are you? Skip in the house from Liars for Hire. Yes, Mondays are especially ugly after a holiday weekend, aren't they? I think so. Very ugly after a holiday weekend. There's my buddy Chad. It was great to see you yesterday, man. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hi, Billy Sutherland. Thank you for checking in. He says, let's go. Where are we going, Billy? Hi, Melissa. How are you? Good to see you. We found Melissa today. Denny Cottle in the house. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you had a great show at the fireworks the other night. Rex Wright in the house. How are you? Brian, thank you for being with us today. The lovely, beautiful, wonderful Gina McCann has joined me. Joshua Baker's in the house. What's up, Josh? How are you, man? Great to see you as well. And Kara's here. We got all kinds of people. John from Columbus is checking in. So got to watch Gypsy Kings. There you go. Desolate in the house. Steve Wick, thank you for being with us. Rick Piper from Rockstar on the YouTube channel. Chad Robinson checking in from Uncle Rico. Yeah. And no problem, Josh. I had a great time. Going to talk about it, man. I was under the wire trying to get some photos posted, so I'll go back and edit some stuff that I posted earlier, but under the wire because we had such a big weekend trying to get it all in today before we got the show going here. Ed says busy weekend. Ed, you had some great photos from your events also, so thank you very much for posting those and letting us live through you on that one. And Denny said the fireworks show was awesome. Good. Uh-oh. I got a name drop. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Steve Bowe, how are you? Timestamp in the house. Good to have you with us. Well, welcome, guys, on a Monday. Hope you had a great holiday weekend. We did. I want to say thanks to everybody for the shares on the show on Thursday. A little slower and weaker than we're normally used to, but, it's a holiday weekend. Everybody was out and about. We were in the about 3,000 mark on the views on that show, so thank you for that one on the Who's Playing Out version. And, that is the most important one we do of the week. We like to say that because it supports the local music scene and the venues that bring it to you. And that's what people like to go refer to and see what's happening out there. And we appreciate you tuning in and looking at our printed list. Hi, Zach. It was great to see you over the weekend. I got a picture posted of you somewhere online today. And Valerie, thank you. It was great to be with you guys yesterday, you and Jim as well. So let me get started. Welcome to All Around Town Radio, guys, your number one source for live local music, news, bands, venues, and more in the tri-state, and your home for everything music. Don't forget, lots of stuff going on this week, too. We've got a wonderful week of music information for you here, so keep tuning in with us. Trapper Keepers are in the house. How are you? Thank you for being here today as well. And what a holiday weekend it was, guys. I want to kick back to Wednesday real quick. We mentioned it on Thursday's show, but Wednesday, our Name That Tune at Heather's on the Patio was a record setter for this year's Name That Tune. Not the biggest one we've ever had, but for this year, it's a record setter. 43 teams, over 350 people playing Name That Tune on the Patio Wednesday night at Heather's. Oh, what a great time. What a great time. I'm just going to keep talking about Heather's because I pretty much should just move in there. I spent the weekend there for the most part, seeing all kinds of great music and wonderful bands and such. John, what did you have to say? Cincinnati had some great venues over the weekend. Just bummed you couldn't get to go see them all. Yeah, there's a lot to do, and you got to just draw the line somewhere. I'm torn for Thursday. I mean, I've got invite obviously to go to the 7th anniversary of the Bell and the Bear, the jam session. I've got Gina and Johnny up here by me, which is very close to. I mean, there's so much going on, and they're going to be at Heather's on Thursday. So I've got to figure it all out. I got to figure out how to get around all these things. And somebody hopefully won't be offended if I don't show to one of their shows. And Stephanie's going to go see Gina and Johnny Thursday. Yeah, the Gina and Johnny band, that'll be a good one. It will. So we'll have to figure it out here, what we're doing. We'll figure it out. All right, I've got to widen my screen here so I can see what I'm talking about. So please follow us on all the socials, guys. We're on the X, we're on the Insta, we're on the Book of Face, we're on the Tube of You, and even TikToking once in a while. So check that stuff out, if you will. All Around Town. All you got to do is write in All Around Town. You'll get to us on all of it. Our weekly programming, Thursday is our Who's Playing Out show. Wednesday with the band. This week, I may have to cancel that one. Tuesday is Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis. Wednesday with the band, I may have to cancel this week. I've got an engagement in the morning that I don't know I'm going to get back for to be able to do that at noon. And we were going to have the Blues Society on again talking about an event, but they promote it pretty well. So we'll see what shakes out there for sure. So this week in music for us, as I said, Wednesday, Name That Tune on the Patio at Heather's. Insane crowd. Just great stuff. And speaking of that, Valerie's giving a shout out. It was her first time at Heather's. She says, great place and awesome patio, and love the band Finding Melissa, I bet, because that's what they were there for. Carla, thank you for dropping by. Sean Cooper in the house from Milano's. Good to have you with us as well. So let's see what we got going here. Let's talk about Thursday night. Stranger. I'm sporting the shirt. Thank you, Stranger, for the shirt. I've been following these guys for over 30 years. They play 80s music, and they do it well. And got to see them in concert at the Dayton Hollywood Gaming Casino, which I don't go to very often, but this was fun. And we enjoyed our evening there on the outside patio area at Hollywood Gaming with Stranger up on the stage. Now, I'm about to describe a night that is like nothing I've ever seen before when it comes to a Stranger show. And I've seen Stranger shows, like I said, for over 30 years. So, in fact, they played a very milestone birthday party for me. So these guys, I know them well, and each and every one of them, great people, and just enjoy watching them play music. So over the 30 years, as you know, they have done all kinds of interesting things and played with a lot of people and all that. Come on, Bolio, lighten up today. Lighten up, buddy. We got their album back here behind me that they just released. You can see that I'm pointing backwards, so I got to figure out what direction I am. And want to let you know that album is top notch. It was done Mark Liggett studio, really good stuff. And they have this beautiful young lady that sings with Archer's Gate that we had on the show named Emily Schulte. And if you haven't seen Archer's Gate, man, they're a smoking good band. And Emily sings Endless Summer Nights with Jeff on the album, and also was there that night to sing with the band, which I dearly loved. I dearly loved to see her sing. And what's up? Chad says first time at Mr. Burroughs too. Yeah, we'll get to that in a few minutes. And yes, Kaylee, thank you for that shout out. Appreciate it. Chris Will, what's going on? Good to have you with us. Mojo Rising in the house. So this is interesting. I'm going to get to the stranger story because I wanted to give Emily a big shout out because she just knocked it out of the park, and everybody was wowed by her beautiful voice with Jeff singing on stage. This band is tight. They've been playing together for years. And as you may or may not know, we mentioned it on the show a week or so ago about their drummer, Rob, who had been with them for 30 years, passing away of cancer. He fought a hell of a battle. And, Rob was just a genuinely great guy. And they have struggled in the last year with Rob being sick and having Kobe Utterback filling in. And Kobe's been filling in on drums for the last year, and Rob gave his blessing before he passed away to Kobe to carry the torch and all that and keep the Stranger Nation rolling. So interestingly enough, what happened was they were playing songs. Emily got up there and sang, and then Kobe had a heat-related problem happen. He cramped up. He couldn't play the drums. He was kind of faint, those kind of things. So he got backstage in the shade, and they were trying to cool him down a little bit. Well, they took him to the green room. Band took a break. Long story short, he ended up in the green room there at the casino, and it was air conditioned and all that. And trying to recover from this serious heat-related illness that took place that hit him like a ton. So the band came back out, and he could not come back out. So I'm sitting there thinking, how do you do all these 80s songs without drums? This is going to be interesting. They played a few songs, including a Men at Work song and things that you could do without a drum kit. But it was interesting because Jeff made a comment in passing just on the mic, said something like, are there any drummers in the house? Kind of a joke. Well, interestingly enough, the band that came back out was without a drummer. Brian Elias on keyboards, Bruce Corbellati on bass, Matt Smith on guitar, and Jeff on vocals, Jeff Stevens, as you may know him. They tried a few songs without the drums, and Jeff and Matt went out into the crowd, went mobile. And again, Jeff joked a little bit about, is there any drummers in the house? Because it didn't look like Kobe was going to make it back out on the stage. So by some grace of God, there was a drummer in the house. The sound guy brings up this guy on the stage, and they invited him up. And I said to myself, okay, and I've done a lot of shows in my life. This is either going to be a train wreck or a home run. There's no in between. Because if this guy can't play drums, he's never going to keep up with this band who's been playing these same songs for years and years. I mean, this band, they play what they love, and the people love what they play. And so all of a sudden, it's not only a home run, it's a grand slam home run. This guy absolutely kills it on the drum kit. Blew us away. Everybody in the audience, they're looking at each other like, wow, this guy is good. And the funny part was they were going over the set list off stage a little bit, and he was saying basically, yeah, I don't know that one. I've never played that one. I've never played that one. Well, humble man he was, because he smoked every song they did. And his name was Kenny Barnett. And the funniest part of the whole thing is 3 songs in, Jeff, the lead singer, stops the band and said, give us a second while we meet our drummer, because they didn't even know his name at that point. And a few people in the audience going, "Oh, this is staged," and so it was not staged. It was absolutely just an impromptu thing that this guy happened to be there with his son. His son wanted to do a little gambling. He came out to hear the band, and next thing you know, the rest is history. And he plays, 90 minutes with Stranger right up till the end, till Kobe returned for the last couple songs, which was just amazing. And this guy, I got to give big props to him. I hope they compensated him well. But how in the world would somebody just happen to be? It was just like right time, man. It was just one of those moments where, and there was no way they were going to pull this show off without a drummer. I mean, it just, you can ad lib, you can do all you want, but you're not going to play 80s music without a drummer, especially the songs that they play. So fantastic night with great friends there at the casino. Thank you to Stranger for obviously the shirt and the album back here, which I have worn out on the vinyl already. It is really good. And it's got Rick Springfield on it, collaborating with him. It's got John Waite on it, collaborating with him. And, I had a great interview with John Waite on my show where he mentioned that his favorite version of Missing You was the version he did with Stranger in Dayton, Ohio. And that Strangers, or that Missing You song of John Waite's has been done by countless people, including Tina Turner and all kinds of folks. So, how about that? How about that, people? That's a great story. Stranger never disappoints on the music side. Always fun, and a great band to go see if you're into the 80s stuff. I got to get to some quick comments and then get to the rest of things here as we're going. But I want to thank Matt Smith always for being a great buddy and all that from Stranger. And he's just a genuinely super good guy. And thank you, Matt, for the album and the shirt as well. Corona Buffett, here's what he got to see this weekend. And thank you guys for dropping in who you got to see. Lots of stuff over the weekend. I'll just pop them up there as we go along here. Yeah, been together over 30 years, Carla. Yeah, 30 years. But they pulled it off the other night, and they had a big crowd there, too. It was, the night before the 4th. People are out partying. It was not going to be good if they couldn't get the drummer back on stage, or a drummer on stage. Roger Bates, thank you. Got to see Angela Combs Friday at the Bell and the Bear. Thank you. Smooth Project Saturday. Good deal. And Blues Jam at Mansion Hill on Sunday. Roger, you were a busy man. Yes, Denny, it was a hell of a story, man. It's one of those lifetime moments that you witness. You say, I'll never see anything like this again. It was so cool. Yes, he did. He hit a grand slam. He hit it out of the park, this drummer did. And Kenny, everybody was chanting, Kenny. It was great. It was really cool. And this guy's smiling from ear to ear, just killing these songs on stage. And I've come to find out, I talked to him after the show. He's a studio musician. Doesn't necessarily play in a band right now, but he plays on a lot of recordings and such. So he could pull it off. He could pull it off. Yeah, Bob Klein. I was getting ready to dial you up on speed dial that night. I was like, where's Bob Klein when you need him? There you go, Bill. I'll drop your comment in there and let it stay. And there it is. But I got to keep rolling today, and I'll get to all your comments, guys. So keep the comments coming, if you will, just for a few minutes. And I see everybody's dropping in who they saw and all that. We'll get those posted up here for people to see on the screen. And if you're watching after we're live, guys, make a comment. I'd love to talk to you online here. And we got a good crowd on today for a Monday. So thank you so much for being with us here at All Around Town Radio. So, let me go on. Talk about my 4th of July. Spent a little time with my oldest daughter, a little cookout, had a little fun with my granddaughter floating in the pool, that kind of stuff. Good stuff. And then took in Daved and Confused and their brand of classic rock at Heather's on the patio. And I spent most of my weekend at Heather's. I did. And that after going to the casino on Thursday night, dropped in there for Daved and Confused. I was there just a little bit till the fireworks were about to start and cut out then. But Daved and Confused did their brand of good classic rock tunes and others standards that people love. And it's a great band name, by the way, Daved and Confused. And Dave also does a solo acoustic act and such. But There was a good crowd there, honestly, for the 4th of July. I thought it'd be empty because everybody would be at all these events that had fireworks and such. But Heather's had a good crowd, and I'm going to keep some comments popping up here as I talk about them. Yes, Denny says, I swear glitches and technical difficulties that cause a band to improvise are what makes live music special. It is that. And if you'd have seen this guy's face, and every time, Bruce or Matt or somebody turn around and fist bump him after a song because he just was slaying it. So Kenny Barnett, hats off to you, man. If you're watching, if somebody told you to watch or tells you to watch, if you know Kenny Barnett, tag him, because we'd love to have him on sometime and talk about that experience. It was so cool. Angela Combs, the Bell and the Bear. Gina got to see him. Project Doyle. You spent your weekend at the Bell like I did at Heather's. You did. And Zach got to see Denim Deluxe. Love those guys. Satin Smooth Project. Reese Murray. Love Reese Murray as well. You're hitting it all up and finding Melissa on Sunday. Good deal, Zach. It was great to have you hang with us too, man. I appreciate it. And I'm trying, man. We got so many comments rolling in here, so let me keep going. And Nan saw Stranger Friday night too. Yeah, they were at the Moraine fireworks that night. Kobe made a triumphant return there. There's Emily. Were your ears burning, Emily? We were talking about you. We were. Chris Reese, what's up, buddy? Thank you. And yes, Chad says he was on the rooftop, Roger. He missed you. But yeah, I'm trying to get all the comments here, guys. Let me get to them if I can, but I've got a lot to talk about, so I need to keep cranking it out here. All right, what else we got? Carla, she says, got to catch Sweet Sister Mercy. There we go. Perfect. Ed says Heather's is a great place to spend the summer week. It's beautiful patio. It is. And I catch a lot of hell from people. You don't ever go to other venues in the summer. You're always at Heather's I was saying to Chad on Sunday, within 5 minutes of my house, I'm so blessed with all these music venues. I can go see a different band every weekend and never repeat it, and I mean, that's kind of the cool thing. I like to venture out too and go to other places, but it's just one of those things. So don't give me any crap about it, people. I love Heather's. She takes good care of me on Wednesdays too. So Valerie is exhausted from all her weekend. Look at that. Absolutely. And I'll get back to it here in just a minute, guys, to your comments, but I want to talk about Dazed and Confused a little more. They were doing a great job pumping up the fact that you were going to be able to watch the fireworks from there at Heather's because Springboro was shooting them off that night down south of Heather's a little bit. And David's just such a great front man in this band, in Dazed and Confused. He's a good front guy with the audience. And they had people up dancing. The crowd stayed. These people were like, we're just going to chill on a patio for the 4th of July and enjoy ourselves. And they really were a great band to have that night. So hats off to Dazed and Confused and their whole thing. And you know what? I did not bring the set list that I have in the studio here from, oh, that is just awful. From Graveyard Daisies, who I'm going to mention next, that I got to see on Saturday night. All right, raise your hand if I can leave and go run and get the set list real quick, because you're going to want to hear this set list. You really are. Would you guys stay with me if I ran and just took 5 seconds to do that? Give me 5 seconds to come back. I'll be right back. Talk about technical glitches. Right there was one. How about that, Denny Cottle? On the fly, baby. On the fly. Yes, Tracy says get the set list. Thank you. Oh, Carla says worth the wait. Yes, we need the set list. What's Becky got to say? Says, holy moly, Devin Milton and Company at New Richmond Fireworks. Have you heard these guys? I have not had that opportunity yet, but I want to. Yes. And Chris Reese, shut it. Shut it, brother. Shut it. Yes. So she said Kenny played at Moraine too for a few songs. Well, there you go. How about that? That's fun. I'd like to hear that. I did not know that because I was not there. All right, Saturday night, Heather's Patio again, Graveyard Daisies. These folks came from Van Wert, Ohio. If you know where that is 2 hours north of Heather's. And they traveled to play Heather's. And I got to give them hats off, too, for branching out of their area because they sent Heather a video. They were the one that pursued her, and she booked them and got them in there. And boy, were we happy she did. Graveyard Daisies. Let me see if I get all the names right. Is anybody out there from Graveyard Daisies? If you're out there, say hi today. I'd love to hear from you. And I'm trying to get the screen back up here. There it is. So make sure I get these names right if you're from Graveyard Daisies. Colt playing guitar, Josh playing bass, Brad playing drums, Brandon on guitar, and this young lady named Riley on the smoking vocals. Let me tell you. The smoking vocals, unbelievable. Chris Reese, you should have come to this. Graveyard Daisies is here. Good deal. Thank you for tuning in today. So I'm just going to say, for those of you all from the Cincinnati market, you will totally relate to what I'm about to say. This young lady, Riley, is a northern version of Miss Jackie. And if anybody from Cincinnati is on here, please tell Graveyard Daisies what a compliment that is. Because this young lady has energy, great vocals, stage presence that is fantastic. It's fantastic band and song choices. I mean, that's all I can say about them. Rachel was there, and she said they were so good. And Rachel, your photo is going to get added to the page too. I missed that one earlier. It was in a different spot, so it's in my little file of support local music shirts that you were wearing. And yes, Zach says high praise. Kara says huge compliment about Miss Jackie. Yes. So yeah, I'm just saying she reminded me so much of Miss Jackie on stage. And let me shoot some songs out of their set list here to you. And this will give you an idea of what we got to experience. And I walked up right as song number 1 was going on, and I stayed till the band was loading out. If that tells you how much I enjoyed this band. And you all know me, a lot of times I'm cutting out after an hour or two. Not for this one. Started out with X's and O's. Listen to the diversity in the set list. Then to Folsom Prison, Mary Jane's Last Dance, Long Train Running, Hard to Handle, You May Be Right, Hey, Hey, What Can I Do, Just What I Needed, Only Want to Be With You, Can't You See? I mean, who does Marshall Tucker anymore? I love it. Sweet Home Alabama, Down Home Girl, Summer of '69. Then we rolled into set number 2. Let me get it going here. What I Like About You, Running Down a Dream, She Sells Sanctuary, What I Got, When I Come Around, Santeria, Harder to Breathe, Hey Jealousy, Gold on the Ceiling, Biatch, I Will Survive, Burning Down the House, Funky Town, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Centerfold, Sweet Dreams mixed with Seven Nation Army. Yeah. My Own Worst Enemy, Semi-Charmed Kind of Life, All the Small Things. Are you getting the gist of this, people? I hope you are. No Rain, set 3. What's Up? Hey Ya. No Rest for the Wicked, Teenage Dirtbag, Flagpole Sitta. Love that song. Celebrity Skin, Stacy's Mom, Paranoid, Call Me, Blondie, Creep, Zombie, You Ought to Know, and killed the finale with Rebel Yell. How about that, people? How about that for a set list? I'm glad I went to pick that up. Thank you, Graveyard Daisies. I called them on the show of Thursday, Graveyard Diggers. And got a kick out of Heather's. They were laughing at that. But this young lady can sing. Let me tell you, she absolutely slayed it. Just did a great job. And thank you, Becky, for the shameless plugs there for Devin Milton. Those guys, we want to go see them for sure. Thank you, Ken Stapleton, says Kenny Barnett, a great local drummer from Springfield. Yeah, he slayed it, by the way. Zach, that's what I thought. What a mix of genres, styles, everything. It was wowing the whole crowd, and I love the way they mixed it up. And they didn't necessarily loophole. I mean, they had a few runs of some like 90s tunes and all that, but they didn't loophole themselves into like, okay, this is our 90s set, this is our 2000 set. No, they mixed it up really well. So it was extremely appealing to everybody. And it was hot as hell. So I look up once, Brad, I think, is the drummer. His shirt off. He's playing like Tommy Lee up there and beating on those drums. Just a tight, good band. And I don't know if it was Colt or Brandon or both that just ripped and shredded the guitar solos on these songs. Just so good. So we really had a great time with them. And all of you on the show today, if you're watching afterwards, we know there's a lot of you that watch later. Go hit that little follow or like button on their page, if you will, and follow Graveyard Daisies. And if they ever get around your area, get out and see them. You're going to enjoy this band so much, so much. And thank you, Graveyard Daisies, for that. And you guys are back. Your guys are back, I know, as the duo on another night at Heather. So if you want to drop that date in there, I don't have it in front of me, but if you want to drop that date in the comments, that'd be great. So if they want to hear you as your stripped down duo a little bit, certainly would love to have that on the comments here today. So yeah, great set list, wonderful time. Thank you, Graveyard Daisies, for just for traveling that far, first of all. And then obviously Heather's ends at 11 because it's an outdoor venue in a neighborhood. But still, that's a long drive home, after loading out and all that stuff. So we appreciate it so much. And we appreciate you for being here. Can't wait to hear you again. And maybe I'll take a trip up north sometime and hear you, because that would be exciting. So let me move on to Sunday. We had a Hall Around Town watch party. Yeah. Where's Billy Sutherland? You still on here, Billy? Billy was giving me hell for it being dead. My watch party. I can't make people come, man. I can't make people show up. But I will say those who did had a great time. I want to thank Chad and Heather. I want to thank Zach, who's on here right now. I want to thank Corey Tucker, Devin and Dan Douglas, Jim and Valerie for being here. There, along with a whole host of other people, who were there. And yes, it was hot. Stephanie was melting, literally on stage, melting. She had fans on her, but she was still melting. And thanks to all those people who showed up for the watch party on an impromptu Saturday or Sunday afternoon, 1 to 4 in the afternoon. It was hot. And, Maya took care of all of us. She's a great server at Heather's. Love her to death. She's just the life of the party too. And we appreciate you, Maya. And it was great to hang with, everybody that was there, especially meeting Zach and Corey, and Chad and Heather are so much fun. And of course, Devin and Dan, who run Springfest in the Berg, and Jim and Valerie. I've known Jim at the Bell and the Bear for many years. So really good time. And, I didn't think it was dead either. And honestly, as hot as it was, we were thankful you had all that many people there, because I've been there where it's just me and the singer some days on a Saturday when it's so hot like that. So yeah, it was good. Oh, Billy's giving me credit for his profile picture. That your glamour shots, is that it that I took? That's a good one. It is. That's a great picture, Billy, your new profile picture. So let me go on to say that Finding Melissa was on their game, as they always are. Thank you to Finding Melissa for switching the last setup a little bit so that Chad and Heather and I could get a chance to hear some of the favorites that I'd been telling them all about. And you guys, when you do DACA and all that, it just blows me away. And yes, it was a bunch of nice new people. No, Corey Tucker was not singing. He was just there in the audience. Chris Reese was not singing at all. But he was there to witness the wonderful vocals of Finding Melissa. And both he and Zach couldn't say more about the band and how good they were. And everybody in the audience that I knew, and there was a lot of other friends there that weren't necessarily there for the Hall Around Town watch party, so to speak. But those people love Finding Melissa. And they love the fact that they do things different, and it is a different kind of act. It's not your standard just people playing acoustic and singing. They take songs, make it their own, and it is fantastic. So unique and so much fun. And I know Chad was saying that sitting next to me and all that. Yeah, Chris, you need to come up and hang out a little more up here with us. You do. So thank you to everybody that showed up. Thank you to Melissa and Stephanie for the wonderful vocals, and Kenny for representing with the Hall Around Town shirt on again, like he always does. And they're just great people. Thank you. And I go see them. I know you guys probably get tired of me talking about them, but I go see them all the time. They are just that good. And it's kind of my zen. When I go see this band, it takes me it puts me in a good mood and a good place. So that's sometimes you need that in your life. And there are days where I need that. And that's what this band always brings me. So Zach says Finding Melissa was so much fun. They do have a great set too. Go from Loverboy to Heart to Cranberries. Yes. And then, Miranda Lambert, they throw it all in there. That Rusty Parrish Scissors that she sings about. What's up, Matt Matheny? Got to see you hanging out with my girl Tessa over the weekend. Good to see you. Ken, I love you back, brother. You're wonderful. Always. And just, again, Finding Melissa, some of the nicest people in local music right there. You definitely want to follow them. Please follow them if you can. All right, guys, I got to get it in here. I'm running out of time. Last stop on Sunday. Wasn't really planning on this one. Hadn't even really thought about it till that afternoon when I looked to see who was at Mr. Burroughs, because Chad and Heather had never been there, and Jim and Valerie had never been to Mr. Burroughs. So we introduced him to Mr. Burroughs after a couple hours worth of Finding Melissa, and we went up there and sat in the air conditioning for a bit and watched ATP Unplugged. After the party Unplugged, Josh and Justin were killing it. Just great, a great variety. They did a Cody Jinks song, man, and that I dearly love. And I did a show years ago, a weekend long, 3 shows with Cody Jinks, and I just got to know that guy and what a superior independent artist he is. And Josh and Justin playing that one along with just a variety of all kinds of great music, and understand that they are just good dudes too. I mean, they're just good people, and they were connecting to the audience. There's some regulars that come to Mr. Burroughs every Sunday fun day. They're there and they judge the bands, and they're not judgy people, but they like good music. And anytime I've been there, where like the Hanky Panks are playing or Eyes Up Here or any of those, it's always a pleasant crowd who's into the music, and they were really into ATP Unplugged. And I wish I had more time to chat about them, but they were just, Josh, you were wonderful, man. And thank you so much for a great hour or 2 of music that we got to hear there when we were there. And we were all pretty worn out by that time after the weekend. And I'm sure you probably were too. So Mr. Burroughs, great hospitality, great staff. They're serving slushies now for the summer, which was kind of cool. A lot of people drinking those. You could see that happening in there. And it's just fun. The local music community is so much fun. And here's bands out of the Cincinnati area coming north, and bands from north of Lima coming south. It's cool to see all this transpire and come together in a great friendly manner with everybody. And, not a lot of egos and things, and that's cool. Stephanie says, love Heather's and Mr. Burroughs. Cincy folks worked the ride to both. And yeah, I was talking to, Chad's girlfriend, Heather, she's not too far. She's 20 minutes. So it's certainly it's close for people as well. And I drive 35 minutes to the Bell and the Bear all the time. because I love the atmosphere and the music there. Yes. Chad says, solid Sunday, the Hall Pass crush. Yes, Chad tried my signature drink on the menu at Heather's. It's actually printed on the menu. It's called the Hall Pass. And it's an acquired taste. It is. It's an acquired taste. But some people like it. Some people dislike it. But all in all, hey, it's good. It's liquor. It is. No, it's Jameson. And key lime juice. The key is the key in the key lime juice. Not lime juice, but key lime juice. If you know, you know. With fresh jalapenos. It's good stuff. Carla, thank you so much. It was a great weekend for me. I hope you all had a great weekend. If you're watching after the fact, please drop in a little bit of a comment here and let us know who you got to see play live music. And don't forget to tag the venue and the artist when you're dropping it in. That gives them a little chance to see what's going on. And watch for any more of our watch parties to pop up too, as we're going somewhere on the weekend and try to get some people there. And anytime you're in one of those Hall Around Town shirts, take a picture, will you? And send it to me and we'll get it posted on our page. Billy doing a shameless plug for White Knuckle Weekend, going to be at Heather's on Saturday, right? Are you at Heather's or are you at Burroughs? I think you're at Heather's. I haven't looked that far ahead. Yes. And Zach says Heather's and Mr. Burroughs are so unique. Yeah, it's great to have you up here, Zach. Thank you so much for popping in that day. It was good to hang with you and hope you enjoyed your movie you had to go see too and all that good stuff. Thank you all for being with us today. Tomorrow, Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis. We'll be here live with you. I'd love to see you join us for that. Heather's, thank you, Billy. Love to see you join us at 5 o'clock live for that. I don't know what the topic is yet. Karis and I will discuss that tomorrow as we always do on Tuesday and pull one out. But if you have a topic that is kind of sticking under your nail beds and you'd like to have us chat about it on the air on Tuesdays, please send it to us by a direct message. If you don't want us to mention your name as the person who submitted it, just say so and we'll leave it out. But that's how it works. Let me get to a couple more comments. We got to get out of here. Denny Cottle got to see Big Mother at Cranberries Resort Indian Lake Saturday. Awesome. Awesome sauce, man. Yes. Carla. Well, if we ever get them printed, Carla, I'll get it to you. I'm waiting on them. I am. Yes. Valerie, you have a good week. It was great to hang with you yesterday. Thank you so much. Thank you, Denny. Thanks for being on the show last week, by the way. Kenny, peace out, brother. Thank you. Josh, thank you so much. And yeah, we'll be here live at 5 tomorrow. Join us then, everybody. And John, we're waiting on the merch store to open up online. I'm praying it's this week. I am. We're hoping that's what's going to happen. So thank you guys. They've been really slammed with some big orders. So we're getting to that. We are getting to that. But thanks for joining us today, guys. I'm Scott Hall, your host. I'll be back with you tomorrow live at 5 with my pretty co-host. You know, I got the face for radio. She's got the prettiness right here live at 5 on Hot Topic Tuesday. Until then, have a good evening. And if you're out and about, get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you, Melissa. Much love your way. Thank you, Sean.
For the weekend, then I want to see a show. I flip on the Book of Face.
Book of Face.
Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene.
I do have to remind you all, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, that'd be me today, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent. Thank you for watching, everybody.